Hi, my name is Haley Connor, and I'm going to be talking about the 1997 movie Interview with the Vampire. I'm going to be talking about specifically the 10-point analysis when it comes to this movie and analyzing it through that lens, as well as looking at some other theoretical approaches that we used in this module, such as gender, race, and economics. So for now, I'm going to start with the 10-point analysis and do the first 4 points. So, the information source here is the movie Interview with a Vampire, which is based on a novel by Anne Rice of the same name. Both of the main characters are originally from France, but most of the story is going to take place in Louisiana, United States, and a little bit in Paris towards the end. They are simply referred to as vampires, and they turn other people into vampires by draining their blood and then replacing their blood with vampire blood by having them drink the vampire blood afterward. In this film, the vampires are described as looking strange or alien by some of the humans they encounter. They have long double fangs that are constantly out and not retractable. Some other vampires are able to supernaturally detect each other, but not all of them have this ability. And usually they're only caught when they are caught feeding on a person or animal, or when another vampire senses their presence. Some attributes of the vampires are that they are technically dead and they are permanently stuck at the age when they were transformed and cannot change appearance physically. They are very beautiful with ghostly porcelain skin and prominent blue veins. Their eyes may change color after they transform to some of a lighter or maybe like a yellow color. Their hair may even change texture to curly or straight. And they do not really have any other demonic influence, but some people think they are demons. As for their activity patterns, they feed on the blood of humans or of animals but prefer human blood. Sometimes the feeding process is sexual or sensual and they may seduce their victims before draining them. They hunt during the night since they burn in the sunlight, so they will often utilize the nightlife or party scene in order to find victims. As for cures, there really is no cure for the vampire curse, and this leads many of the vampires to become depressed or lost in their life. The only true cure would be for them to kill themselves. And the lack of the cure is also part of the reason why children are not supposed to be turned, in addition to the fact that they won't age out of their child body. And Louis, in particular, spends most of his vampire life trying to figure out how to change. Some precautions that you can take against these vampires are mostly having to kill them. Dismembering will work if you burn the body parts. Poisoning may kill them. This isn't confirmed. It will incapacitate them, though. You can trap them in sunlight or trap them somewhere they cannot break out of, like a coffin that's locked up in chains. Typical superstitions aren't going to apply here, like crucifixes or garlic. The social and psychological role of the vampire tends to differ depending on which vampire you are talking about. In particular, for Louis and Lestat, they have somewhat of a queer relationship as they are both co-parent and fathers to their daughter Claudia, and they have some romantic and sexual tension at points. They have to hide their true form. They may represent societal fears of open sexuality as well. Some other approaches are gender, like Claudia, because she's forever preserved in a young girl's body when she has the mind of a mature woman and she wants to act her way in a sexual and romantic manner. Race is a factor here too, because Louis and Lestat live on a plantation, and Louis gets a lot of his wealth from coming from a family of slave owners. Which also ties into the economic that they really both get wealthy off of exploitation of the lower classes. Overall, Interview with the Vampire provides a nuanced perspective on the vampire in modern America, and most importantly, challenges ideas about sexuality, family dynamics, and love, while also portraying the vampires as a sort of elite class that often exploits people economically as well as obviously for their blood by exploiting their livelihood.